Used to hear your footsteps in the boards at night, like a ghost with a name I could still recall. Every scar had a story, every dream had a back. Now the walls don't speak at all. There was whiskey in the memory, rust in the rain. Every photograph burned through my veins. I could feel you in the silence, calling out my name. Now the silence don't carry a thing. I chased those ghosts down gravel roads and broken lines, held them close like a sinner holds a lie. But somewhere down the road I lost the signs. Now I can't even remember why. Now even the ghosts won't find me anymore. They don't knock on this broken door. All the pain I used to know is gone, like a hymn that died before its song. I'd give my soul just to feel that ache again. Even sorrow felt like a friend. But the past don't haunt like it did before. Now even the ghosts won't find me anymore. There was a time I'd awake with your name in my throat, like a curse I was meant to keep. Every night was a river, every thought a rope pulling me down where I couldn't sleep. I carved your face in the back of my mind like a prayer I refuse to forget. Now the lines have faded, the edges unwind, and I ain't even haunted yet. I walk through rooms that should be filled with you, but the air just hangs like stone. Used to feel like dying was the worst I knew. Now it's worse to feel alone. Now even the ghosts won't find me anymore. They don't knock on this broken door. All the pain I used to know is gone, like a hymn that died before its song. I'd give my soul just to feel that ache again. Even sorrow felt like a friend. But the past don't haunt like it did before. Now even the ghosts won't find me anymore. What's a man without the weight he carried? What's a grave when the name's erased? I was baptized in the hurt we buried. Now I'm drifting through empty space. No chains to drag, no fire to fight, no voice calling through the night. Just a heart gone still in a quiet war, and I don't feel you anymore. Now even the ghosts won't find me anymore. No footsteps on this wooden floor. All the wounds I wore like crowns are gone. like a truth that died before it's known. I beg the dark just to bleed again, to remember how it all began. But the past don't haunt like it did before. Now even the ghosts won't find me anymore. I was standing where the gravel meets the dying line of steel, with a suitcase full of nothing and a wound that wouldn't heal. Wind was dragging old confessions through the cracks of rust and bone, every mile behind me whispering I'd never make it home.
There was blood upon my knuckles, there was dust inside my lungs, every promise I had broken hanging heavy off my tongue.
Then I heard that iron thunder cutting through the midnight air,
like a ghost come back to tell me
there was mercy somewhere. Oh, the train out of nowhere
came calling my name,
like a second chance burning
in a runaway flame.
I climbed on with my sin
And the lies that I wore,
but that train out of nowhere
don't lead anywhere no more.
yeah, it howls like redemption
Through the cracks of my soul, but it runs on illusions I can't outrun or control.
every mile just a circle.
I've been riding before,
That train out of nowhere
don't lead anywhere no more.
saw a preacher in the corner with a Bible in his hand.
Said, son, you can be forgiven if you follow where we stand.
But his eyes were cold as winter, and his collar stained with gin.
And the cross around his neck couldn't drown out all his sins.
There was a woman dressed in silence,
With a ticket made of gold,
said she left behind a lover.
somewhere buried in the cold.
She was smiling like salvation,
But her hands began to shake,
like she knew this road was nothing
but a cruel and crooked fate.
oh, the train out of nowhere
Came calling my name,
like a second chance burning
in a runaway flame.
I climbed on with my sins
And the lies that I wore,
but that train out of nowhere
don't lead anywhere no more.
yeah, it howls like redemption through the cracks of my soul,
But it runs on illusions I can't outrun or control.
every mile just a circle.
I've been riding before,
That train out of nowhere
don't lead anywhere no more.
now the tracks start bending backward through the towns that I fled,
past the ghosts I tried to bury,
and the words I left unsaid.
I see faces in the windows
that I swore I'd never know.
All the roads I tried escaping
are the only roads I go. And the whistle turns to laughter,
like a devil in disguise.
Every hope I tried to follow
was a well-dressed set of lies.
Ain't no station in the darkness,
ain't no place to finally stand.
just a rail of broken mercy
drawn in unforgiven sand.
Oh, the train out of nowhere,
still
calling my name,
like a second chance burning
in a runaway flame.
I'm still riding with my sins
and the lies that I wore,
but that train out of nowhere
don't lead anywhere no more.
Yeah,
it howls like redemption through the cracks of my soul,
but it runs on illusion.
I can't outrun or control.
Every mile just a circle.
I've been riding before.
That train out of nowhere
don't lead anywhere no more. There's a courthouse clock that don't keep time, hand stuck shaking at a county crime. Sheriff's boots on a blood-worn floor, but he don't ask questions anymore. Widow Hale with a Sunday grin keeps her secret stitched in skin. Bible cracked where the names fall out, every prayer just to quiet a doubt. Railroad tracks hum low at night, carry sins out of sight, but they always come back around to rotten, broken Halo Town. Oh, ring those bells, but they don't save souls. Every saint here's got a ledger full, smiles cut sharp like a rusted plow. Ain't no angels walking now. You can wash your hands in the river's brown, but the dirt won't leave this dying ground. Every truth gets buried down in broken Halo Town. Preacher Cole with a shaking hand counts his sins like grains of sand. Sermons burn, but his voice goes thin when the choir sings what he's done within. Young boy James found a loaded gun, thought redemption could be undone. Left a note with a trembling line, God forgive what ain't divine. Mama cries through a locked front door, but the town don't listen anymore. They just whisper through teeth half crowned, another lost and broken Halo Town. Oh, ring those bells, but they don't save souls. Every saint here's got a ledger full, smiles cut sharp like a rusted plow. Ain't no angels walking now. You can wash your hands in the river's brown, but the dirt won't leave this dying ground. Every truth gets buried down in broken halo town. Graveyard wind through crooked stones calls each sinner by their bones. Every lie's got a name carved deep. No one here gets sacred sleep. A lantern swings on a splintered nail, lights the path where the good men fail. And the ones who tried to leave somehow still hear the curse of this cursed old town. So ring those bells till the iron cracks. Still can't take what the devil tracks. Every promise bends and bows to the weight we're living now. You can dig your grave or wear your crown. Either way you're breaking down. Heaven's gate don't come around for broken halo town. Every soul gets hunted down in broken halo town. There's a mile of broken gravel where the headlights died. Wind was howling like a preacher with the truth to hide. I still hear that engine coughing in my chest at night. Still smell the iron and the dust and the burnt off light. There was blood on my knuckles, but it wasn't mine. There was glass in the ditch like a row of signs pointing back to that hour I can't outrun, when the clock struck mercy and I came undone. I tried to leave it buried in a nameless town with a bottle and a Bible just to drown it out. But that road keeps winding through my sleep somehow, and I wake with that same cold sweat on my brow. I never left that night. It's carving bone and bread. Every mile I wander is a step inside its death. The moon still hangs like judgment in a sky gone still, and I'm driving through forever on that broken hill. You can burn the map, but the past don't fade. It's a ghost in the marrow, it's a debt unpaid. I've been running from a moment that won't set me free. I never left that night, it never left me. There was a voice in the backseat, I can't place a name, just a whisper of forgiveness wrapped in quiet pain. But the mirror never showed me what I needed most, just a hollow-eyed man and a hanging ghost. The sheriff said it's over, said to let it lie, but the truth don't rest when the truth don't die. It just circles like a vulture in a blackened sky, and it waits for your soul till the day you're dry. I've worn out boots on roads that don't forgive, chased down peace in every way a man can live. But there's a night that keeps calling me back again, like a wound that remembers where it's always been. I never left that night, it's carved in bone and breath. Every mile I wander is a step inside its death. The moon still hangs like judgment in the sky gone still, and now I'm driving through forever past don't fade. It's a ghost in the marrow, it's a debt unpaid. I've been running from a moment that won't set me free. I never left that night, it never left me. If I could turn the wheel just a second slow, maybe fate would crack, maybe time would go. But the devil don't bargain with what's been done, and the dark don't forget where the blood first run. I hear that crash in the silence between each prayer. Feel that hand on my shoulder though nobody's there. And the night keeps breathing like it's still alive, like it's waiting for me not to survive. I never left that night, I'm buried in its skin. Every dawn's a lie, 'cause it starts again. The stars burn cold like eyes that see it all, and I'm chained to the echo of that final call. You can dig a grave, but it won't stay deep. When the past don't die, it just learns to creep. I've been living in a moment I can't undo. I never left that night, and it's buried me too. The sun bled slow on Amarillo's edge, like a wound that wouldn't close. Dust hung still on a crooked fence where the wild wind used to blow. Your dress caught fire in the dying gold, boot heels traced the road. We didn't speak what we both had known, that this was the last we'd hold. Your hand in mine felt colder now, like a river running dry. And every mile we never drove was burning in your eyes. This is the last light in Amarillo, where the sky breaks down in flame, where we stood like sinners forgiven, but we're leaving just the same. Let the sunset carve it in stone, every promise we let go. In the last light in Amarillo, you're the only home I know. The radio hummed a broken hymn through a speaker cracked with years, and your voice came soft like a worn-out prayer I pretended not to hear. There was dust on the dash and rust on the keys, and a tremble in your breath, like a train that's bound for somewhere else, with no regard for what it left. You turned away as the daylight died, like you couldn't face the end. And I watched the fire fade from your head, like a match that couldn't mend. This is the last light in Amarillo, where the sky breaks down in flame, where we stood like sinners forgiven, but we're leaving just the light in Amarillo. You're the only home I know. If I had one more mile to steal, I'd drive it straight through time to the night we swore forever still would never draw a line. But the dark comes quick on broken things, and it don't ask who you are. It just takes what's left of the fading sky and buries it in scars. This is the last light in Amarillo, where your shadow slips away, where love dies slow in quiet colors at the dying of the day. Let the sunset carve it in stone. There's no saving what we chose. In the last light in Amarillo, I lose the only home I know. Yeah, the last light in Amarillo is the last place I'll let you go. They laid me down where the clay runs cold. No preacher's hand, no story told. Just a splintered cross and a nameless stone, with the crow singing low like a dying drone. I wore my sins like a second skin. Every promise broke, every borrowed grin. Now the dirt don't care what I meant to be. It just pulls me in like the tide to sea. Buried without a prayer, no mercy in the ground, no choir gonna find me, no bells gonna sound. I was running from the reckoning, now I'm laid out bare. 6 feet of silence, buried without a prayer. Mama cried, but I never came. Too busy dancing with whiskey and flame. Left a trail of ghosts seen every time. Now they're all standing here as they lay me down. I remember nights I could have turned, but I fed the fire just to watch it burn. Now the flame's gone dead and the cold sets in, and the earth don't forgive where I have been. Buried without a prayer, no mercy in the ground, no choir gonna find me, no bells gonna sound. I was running this grave. It don't call a man I failed to save. I hear no voice, I feel no grace, just the weight of time in an endless place. If I had one breath I could reclaim, I'd carve redemption in my name. But the dirt stays still and the past won't bend, and the night rolls on with no God to mend. Buried without a prayer, no mercy in the ground, no choir gonna find me, no bells gonna sound. All the debts I carry, they're settled in despair, lost to the silence, buried without a prayer. Buried without a prayer, no hands to pull me through, just a hollow sky where the truth once grew. I was born a sinner, died unaware, now nothing but dust, buried without a prayer. Buried without a prayer. There's a nail in the door of the church on Pine, where they wrote my sins in crooked lines. Every whisper rides a southern wind, says I'm a devil they let back in. Boots still drag through the gravel road, like they remember every wrong I've told. Mama's porch don't creak the same since he started spitting out my name. Sheriff's eyes like a loaded gun, knows the things that I ain't outrun. And the river don't wash, no it don't forgive, just reflects the ghost I live with. There's dust on my name, it won't wash away, no matter how hard I pray, how long I'll stay. Every mile I run, every line I cross, I'm still that man they say I was. Yeah, the past don't fade, it just rearranges the blame, like shadows in the flame. I could bleed for change, still in the same, with dust on my name. I took a job at the edge of town, where the railroad tracks hum low and brown. Kept my head down, hands in dirt, trying to bury what still hurts. But the preacher's son won't shake my hand, says redemption ain't for my kind of man. And the girl I love won't meet my eye, she still believes those old town lies. Every night that whistle cries like it's calling out my alibis, and the mirror don't show I become just a man I can't outrun. There's dust on my name, it won't wash away, no matter how hard I pray, how long I stay. Every mile I run, every line I cross, I'm still that man they say I was. Yeah, the past don't fade, it just rearranges the blank, like shadows in the flame. I could bleed for change, still in the same, with dust on my name. I lit a match in the pouring rain, open fire might cleanse the stain, but the storm just laughed and took its claim, left me choking on the same old shame. If I leave, I carry it anyway. If I stay, they'll never let me change. Ain't no road that don't recall the man I was before the fall. There's dust on my name, carved deep in stone, in every place I've ever known. Every prayer I speak, every truth I claim, still echoes back in a different name. Yeah, the past don't die, it just digs its grave in the choices that I made. I could rise again, but I'll never be saved from the dust on my name. There's a lantern swinging low on a crooked iron nail. Wind's howling like a widow down a broken rail. Boots full of gravel, blood on my sleeve. I've been chasing down ghosts that don't ever leave. Moon like a bullet hole in the sky. Every prayer I whisper just passes me by. Gravel road splits where the dead trees grow, and I hear a voice saying, son, you already know. At the crossroads where the devil waits in black, with a silver tongue promising a knife behind his back, he said, sign your name, I'll bury your pain. But I felt that fire running through my veins. Oh, the devil at the crossroads calling out my soul, says, trade your light and I'll make you whole. But I hear my mama's voice through the cold night wind, boy, don't you dare let the devil win. There's a shadow standing tall by the fence line post. Head pulled low like he ain't gotta go. Eyes like embers in a cold black face. Said, I've been watching every step you take. I said, I got nothing but a past that burns. He said, I deal in loss but I pay in return. Pulled out a contract carved in bone, said, sign right here, you won't walk alone. At the crossroads where the devil waits in black, with a silver tongue promising a knife behind his back, he said, sign your name, I'll bury your pain. But I felt that fire running through my veins. Oh, the devil at the crossroads calling out my soul, says, trade your light and I'll make you whole. But I hear my mama's voice through the cold night wind, boy, don't you dare let the devil win. My hands started shaking like leaves in a storm. Felt the weight of every sin I've worn. Gravel turned to ashes beneath my feet. Two roads burning in the midnight heat. One smell like whiskey, blood, and regret. The other like mercy I ain't earned yet. I closed my eyes, heard a church bell cry, or maybe it was just the wind passing by. At the crossroads with the devil at my side, saying ain't no salvation for a soul like mine. I dropped that pen in the dirt below, said I'll take my chances down that broken road. Oh, the devil at the crossroads let out a grin, said I'll be waiting when you fall again. But I turned my back on that burning sin and walked where the dark meets the dawn wind. I keep you folded in a rusted tin, where the highway dust settles in my skin. Wind cuts cold through a broken coat, and your name still lingers in my throat. Gravel sings under worn-out boots, every mile just buries deeper roots. I tried to drown you in whiskey rain, but the bottle only speaks your name. I hear the reels cry through the night, like a ghost that won't lose the fight. I left your grave, but I never left you. Now every road just pulls me through. I got ashes in my pocket, they're weighing me down. Every step I take drags me back through this town. I can run, I can hide, I can curse your name, but the dust of your memory burns just the same. I got ashes in my pocket, cold as the grave. Every breath that I steal is one I can't save. You're the fire I lost, you're the sin I can't drop, and I'm damned by the weight of what I can't stop. I slept in ditches, I prayed in vain, watched your face in the window pane. Every stranger wears your eyes, every silence screams your goodbye. Carved your name in a roadside sign, but the rain just washed it out in time. Still I carry what's left of you, in every scar that cuts me through. The preacher said, son, let it go, but he don't walk these roads. I know he don't feel what I hold inside, a pocket full of where you died. I got ashes in my pocket, they're weighing me down. Every step I take drags me back through this town. I can run, I can hide, I can curse your name, but the dust of your memory burns just the same. I got ashes in my pocket, cold as the grave. Every breath that I steal is one I can't save. You're the fire I lost, you're the sin I can't drop, and I'm down by the weight of what I can't stop. If I cast you out into the wind, would I finally outrun my sin? Or would you ride every storm I chase, etched in bone I can't erase? If I lay you down by the river bend, would this hollow ache finally end? Or would I still feel your restless ghost in the thing I love the most? I got ashes in my pocket, they're tearing me apart, like a fistful of dust where you used to have a heart. I can scream to the sky, I can dig my own hole, but your memory's buried deep in my soul. I got ashes in my pocket, I can't let
every step I take.
There's a church on the edge of a dying road, white paint peeled like a sinner's soul. Doors hang open but nobody comes, just dust in the pews and a broken hum. Stained glass saints with their hollow eyes watch the years like they're passing by. I knelt once where the altar stood, but the silence cut deeper than it should. The preacher's voice is a ghost in the walls, cracked like the scripture before it falls. I called out loud, let my hands confess, but faith don't answer in emptiness. Those hollow church bells don't ring no more, just swing in the wind like a rusted war. Every prayer I sent came back undone like a bullet that forgot its gun. Yeah, the hollow church bells just moan and sway, marking time for a God who strayed. I lost my faith where the truth once dwelled, in the sound of those hollow church bells. She used to sit in the second row, hands held tight like she feared letting go. Said love was something the Lord would keep, but it bled right out through the cracks in me. Her voice went quiet, her eyes turned cold like the stories the good book never told. Now her name just lingers in broken air like a half-said prayer going nowhere. I lit a candle, watched it drown, wax ran like tears to the splintered ground. If there's a heaven, it locked its gates and left me here with the weight of fate. Those hollow church bells don't ring no more, just swing in the wind like a rusted war. Every prayer I sent came back undone like a bullet that forgot its gun. Yeah, the hollow church bells just moan and sway, marking time for a God who strayed. I lost my faith where the truth once dwelled, in the sound of those hollow church bells. Now the cross leans crooked against the sky like it's tired of asking the reason why, and the graveyard hums with a quiet blame. Every stone got a forgotten name. If mercy lives, it don't live here, just a cold hard truth carved out of fear. I dug for grace in the sacred ground, but all I found was a vacant sound. Those hollow church bells don't ring no more, just swing in the wind like a rusted war. Every prayer I sent came back undone like a bullet that forgot its gun. Yeah, the hollow church bells just moan and sway, marking time for a God who strayed. I lost my faith where the truth once dwelled, in the sound of those hollow church Said I'd never bow to mercy, said I'd always choose the fight. Carved my name in bad decisions with a steady, stubborn hand. Now every road I wander leads me deeper in this land. I traded truth for comfort, sold my better side for pride, built a cage from every maybe that I never left behind. No jailer at the doorway, no lock I couldn't break, just the weight of my own choices and the vows I wouldn't shake. These are the chains I call my own, forged in fire, set in stone. Ain't no hand that's holding me but the man I chose to be. Every mile, every wrong I've been wearing all along. I could run, but I won't roam from these chains I call my own. I remember softer mornings when my hands were still clean, before I learned how easy it is to live in between. Every line I crossed, I swore I'd never cross again, but the devil in my mirror always looked just like a friend. Now the fields all turn to silence when I walk their broken roads, and the past stands like a preacher calling out the things I know. I ain't lost and I ain't stolen, I ain't tied by someone else. I'm just buried in the choices that I made all by myself. These are the chains I call my own, forged in fire, set in stone. Ain't no hand that's holding me but the man I chose to be. Every mile, every wrong I've been wearing all along. I could run, but I won't roam from these chains I call my own. If I had a key, I'd know it by the weight inside my chest. Every door I never opened, every truth I never said. Freedom ain't a stranger, it just don't feel like home when you build your life on nothing but the seeds you've overthrown. I hear redemption calling like a train out in the night, but I laid these tracks myself. Now I'm riding where they wind. These are the chains I call my own, forged in fire, set in stone. No one left for me to blame, I'm the keeper of this flame. Every scar, every sin is a place I've always been. I could leave, but I won't roam from these chains I call my own. The dirt's still fresh where the preacher stood, boot prints fading in the splintered wood. Black coats drift like crows gone blind, leaving all the broken behind. A wilted rose on a crooked stone, name carved deep, but it don't feel known. Wind cuts slow through the iron gate, like it's dragging time to hesitate. And the choir's gone, their voices dead, just the hollow ringing in my head. Every step feels twice its weight, walking out, but it's far too late. 6 feet of silence, heavy and cold, where the truth don't speak and the prayers grow old. Ain't no comfort in the words they said, just a box in the ground and the sound of dread. 6 feet of silence, deep as sin, where the living stand but can't go in. I trade my breath just to hear your voice, but all I got is this endless noise.